this question.
Okay.
What do you define the DMV as?
Oh God,
The Metro.
Here we go.
Now, besides
God.
district, what do you define MNV?
Sure. So like the Maryland and Virginia part.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we going back and forth about like, is Baltimore part of that or not?
No.
And
So
they always
we
say
always
no.
talk about this,
They
but
always
literally,
say no.
even boss players said it.
Deep
If
side.
you
Just say
can't
it.
get, if you can't get on the metro literally defines the DMV. It literally goes to whatever spot. You can't go to Frederick. You're gonna say Frederick is DMV?
I mean, it is in Maryland.
So
No, but
then, if we're defining,
that could be Glen Burnie. That could be anywhere else. Then that's
if we're
Maryland.
defining the DMV based on the metro, right?
Yep.
We're talking about Greenbelt,
Yep.
Glenmont,
Yep.
Shady Grove.
Yep.
What am I missing on the blue
I'm just
line?
thinking the farthest metro stops, basically, right?
Arlington,
Yep.
Virginia. So we're
Yep.
not going deeper.
Because I think that's the thing. It's the DC metro area. So
Yes.
like where
That's
you
why it's
can
called
go
the
by the
DMV.
metro, and then I think maybe an extension, like where could you go on one of the farther stops that maybe a metro bus could
Nope.
take you to a little farther.
No.
If you wanted to be a little, have a
Truthfully-
little. Eric, you say no to that, but I give a
Truthfully,
little.
the
leeway.
DMV is basically anywhere in the 495 area. That's what the DMV is.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere that 495 goes around that circle,
Yep.
anywhere that it touches, basically what, like, I want to say maybe generously a 10 to 15 mile radius away from it would be considered DMV.
Based on the metro.
Everything else
And obviously
wouldn't
everything
be.
within the,
Yeah, everything else farther than that wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, so, and coincidentally, and not coincidentally, probably by design actually, the Metro runs the 495 line.
Yep.
And
It's a
it
loop.
goes 10 to 15 miles as far radius wise away from.
So I would
know,
like
see.
to definitively conclude
Yes.
Baltimore is not included in
Nope.
the DMV, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Please let it go.
It will depend though because they're working on that highway at one point.
The
in
highway
next-
doesn't
see.
define.
The highway doesn't.
We just said the highway.
No, he
He
said
just
490
said 495.
He said
Yes.
495, but
If-
45.
And there's going to be
490
a light rail train that'll connect it to the metro eventually too.
light rail as a person that
So you trying
lived
to,
in Baltimore is not the same as
so
me.
you trying to say
But it
this
will
is because
connect
it-
to the
this is
metro.
because he
It
have a
will,
this is because I have the bus system going to
just like the
farther.
MARC
That's-
connects to the
Yeah,
metro.
exactly. So
No.
It's
but-
still not.
We have several different highways. I'm going to say two different highways.
yeah,
But we
definitely.
have several different highways, but we have we have a specific highway that connects Baltimore and DC.
And Virginia 495 goes.
No,
Well, it turns into 95.
295.
295, and then there's 270
295
to get to
touches
Maryland.
Baltimore all the straight line all the way to DC.
Okay, but
So we already have that, and we understand
yeah, the
that
connections.
even that it connects in that aspect, it is not a part of us.
DMV.
It's just it's Baltimore is a part of Maryland. Absolutely. It says Baltimore, Maryland.
But not DMV.
But DMV is a separate
That's
entity.
just like the Chesapeake
No,
is not
no,
a part
I-
of DMV.
I'll
Nobody
give you-
questions that.
I'll
Or
give you
how
a perfect
Richmond is
yes.
not a part of
Right.
it.
Yes, I'll give you
Chesapeake-
Oh,
and
now-
I'll give you a perfect I'll give you a perfect like equivalent.
Yeah.
Here we go. New Yorkers. New York. When you think of a New Yorker, you're thinking of people from New
York.
York City.
Buffalo's not considered.
Buffalo is not considered
No.
New York
Yep.
City. Albany, all those places
Yep.
up north and
Yep.
stuff like that is not considered New York City. So you don't, while they are from New York, you don't
State.
consider them New Yorkers
Yeah.
because they're not
metropolitan-
from that.
the
They're not from
metropolitan
the
area.
city. So that's the difference between Baltimore and the DMV. But Baltimore is a part of Maryland. So if you wanted to say Maryland, then we're including everything.
Exactly. Same thing with Virginia.
Westminster, Frostburg,
Same thing with
Jesus.
Virginia. like
Ocean
Virginia.
City.
Like Virginia too.
That-
Waldorf.
I just
you know what I'm
wanted.
saying?
I just wanted to add
Because even
that.
Waldorf isn't a part of DMV, really.
I just wanted to add that because I got a lot of questions about what you guys represent and what area you're representing. And
Area.
I think
Area.
I say
Area.
I say area.
She did.
Area.
I'm
corrected-
Southeast
she-
born and bred. I say area.
She corrected herself.
I say area. Anyway, so I'm saying that I think people wanted to understand, okay, what does DMV mean? Because everybody takes on DMV like
Outside.
they're actually a part of it.
And we say DC, Maryland, Virginia, but then it's like, you're right. What does that actually mean
Right.
for the city surrounding area?
I think it's actually, I think it actually started because we had to differentiate where we were from.
Mm-hmm.
If you are from Maryland, like I am, and you went somewhere else and you said, hey, I'm from Maryland. Most people, because your Silver Spring, your Hyattsville,
People probably
things like
think
that
Annapolis,
are small
you
cities.
know.
Yeah. So when you say I'm from Maryland, first thing somebody's gonna say is, "Oh, you're from Baltimore."
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not from Baltimore, because we understand what being from Baltimore is
Yes.
and what it isn't, and we aren't that. So
And vice versa.
we wanted to make sure we separated ourselves, but at the same time, we didn't fully not represent where we were from. Because a lot of people would say, oh, I'm from DC. And no, you're not. You're from Silver Spring.
Yeah.
You know
You're
what I'm
right
saying?
on the border, but you're not.
Yeah, you're from Silver Spring. And I understand you're saying I'm from DC to try to get people to geographically understand.
But
We're
it
way
still,
closer to DC than
doesn't fit.
Baltimore.
Exactly.
You're way closer, but it
Exactly.
still doesn't fit.
But that's what I'm saying. You're not from DC. So in order to understand because for whatever reason, because of that highway, we all kind of have the same type flavor.
Yeah, like I said, we move the same way.
Yeah,
Like, so
you know what I'm
DMV,
saying?
like if you're even from Virginia, Northern Virginia, so not Virginia, this Northern Virginia, it moves like DC versus
Yeah, we
Richmond or anything south of
Yeah,
Virginia.
Arlington has a very DC vibe. You
Yeah,
know, it's right
yeah.
across
Yeah.
the river from Georgetown.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. So that,
Exactly.
and even like I said, that's what we were saying. Silver Spring.
Silver Spring.
Silver
yeah.
Spring has a DC vibe.
And I will say this.
Yeah.
One of the things my followers like question was like, where in the DMV are they from? So that
Doesn't
was one of
matter.
the things I wanted
We
to
from O
bring
County.
We're
I'm from O County.
Oh, okay.
Say
Well,
something.
Nobody needed the suburban.
exactly. You don't need a
Suburban.
no, you don't need a pinpoint.
But I just wanted
claim your
to
tax
bring-
ID, motherfucker.
I just wanted
What's the
to
area
bring the
code?
explanation, sir.
Yo, if you
That was
really,
it.
and so that's another
Okay.
episode. If you really want to get
Continue.
too deep, it's county.
Jesus.
It's county.
county,
I mean, we can go
Counties
back and
go
forth.
hard.
I'm from O County, baby.
Yeah.
We got Howard County,
Moco
we got
County.
PG County,
Yeah.
we got Montgomery County,
Yeah.
we got. I'm telling you, it's
But
it's
I mean,
different.
if anywhere
Different.
understands that, Georgia,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atlanta,
Yeah,
Cobb, Gwinnett, those guys understand what the counties, the difference in the
Yeah,
counties.
yeah,
y'all
is.
Maryland.
actually, they,
Huh?
Y'all Maryland.
Straight up. I love being from Maryland.
I'm
I
glad
think
you're
Maryland's
there.
the best place to
well, now,
live.
technically-
the best place to be from. We got the best flag. We got some of the
Got
best
the race car
food.
flag.
We got everything, bro.
Well,
Well, we